Firstly, you guys all look so beautiful. Even I feel underdressed today. I'm super excited to be hosting this masterclass for you guys. Haven't done a masterclass in, I think like the last masterclass I did was 3 years ago. So I feel a little bit rusty at the moment, but we'll see how it will go. So basically today, like Noel said, I will be doing a day look, going into a night look, into an evening look. So I'll be basically showing you guys how to transition that look into an evening look, like with super simple steps and using like very minimal products as well, because we all don't have time. And you don't want to be that friend that takes 3 hours to get ready as well. So, before I dive into makeup and everything, I want to talk about skin prep, the importance of skin prep. So basically, with priming your skin, it's like creating a foundation for your makeup. So if you don't have a solid foundation for your makeup, the makeup is going to crumble. Then you're going to get all of those patches and everything. So what you want to do before diving into your makeup, you want to first do your skincare, which is exfoliating your skin, moisturizing your skin, and then priming your skin. This way you'll avoid your skin, your makeup being patchy and being gray, being less radiant as well. And your makeup is going to last longer when it is hydrated, because with foundation, it needs something to grip on. So if you're just applying your foundation directly into your skin, it has nothing to grip on. So it's just going to be very patchy and very blotchy as well. And then you're going to look gray. Okay, let's dive into the makeup. So my lovely model here already has her foundation on, and the skin looks nice and radiant. You did prep, right?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I did, yeah.
Skin looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna start with the concealer. I'm gonna use a nice fluffy brush. So this way, with the fluffy brush, I'm trying to use very, very minimal product, because we started with like a day look, and you don't want to kick on the concealer too much. Because once you kick it on, then you're gonna start having those lines. And then you're gonna add like your powder, which is gonna emphasize the lines even more. So you wanna start with like a very minimal product, then you can just build it up in the evening. Yeah.
So, Loyiso, I just have a question while you can start, no problem. So if I've already put on concealer maybe in the morning, and I just want to reapply in the evening, you would recommend using a brush?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just so we can clarify that, can I use the brush in the morning for my first initial look, or okay? So
you can use a brush or beauty blender.
Okay.
But you must just apply very minimal product, so it's going to be easier for you to blend as well.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to spend like 30 minutes
blending
concealer.
All right. I hope everybody heard that. I learned something new today. All right. Go ahead.
So I basically apply the concealer around the eye area. I know like nowadays there's different techniques of applying concealer. But basically, what I did here, I'm going to take the product from this area and take it to the areas where I need it the most. So the concealer basically, when you're applying foundation, naturally the face has different dimensions. So your face is lighter in certain areas, it's dark in certain areas, and then it's lighter in certain areas. So when you're applying your foundation, it gives you like a one dimension, because you're using one color. So with concealer, especially brighter concealer, it gives back dimension to your face. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm just giving dimension back to the face, and to brighten the under eye area as well. Blend, blend, blend. So if you guys have any questions, please do ask. And there you go. Can you see the difference?
Do I look
super easy?
Beautiful, everybody.
Super simple. Like, it shouldn't take you 10 minutes to blend a concealer.
So it's just a really great way to like quickly freshen up in a way.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Just to wake up the eyes. Look like you've been sleeping.
I look like I've been working. That's what I look like. But I'll take sleeping too.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well.
Lady in the beautiful traditional attire, she has a question.
Mm-hmm. So you can use any rounded, like fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush. Any rounded fluffy brush, it makes it easier to blend. Because sometimes a beauty blender tends to absorb the product. So I use the beauty blender when I want to, let's say, blend excess product. Yeah. So now I'm using very minimal product, so I won't even need a beauty blender.
No sponges at this point.
Yes.
Stay away from this at this point. Okay, cool.
So then I'm gonna go off onto my setting powder. So this is the banana baking powder. Some call it setting powder, but but with me, I prefer setting than baking. So the difference is with setting, you're basically taking very minimal product, dust off your product, you pick up your powder, you dust it off, and then you set your under eye. And then with baking, it's applying a whole lot of product underneath the eye, which makes the eye area cake a lot, especially for the day. That's one thing you need to avoid for the day, because you're gonna look like you have a whole lot of makeup on.
It's gonna look like a cake, guys.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's gonna look very cakey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take, see.
So I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If, there are some people who just don't feel comfortable wearing maybe heavy layers of foundation in summer, I know I'm one of those because it's quite hot, you know what I mean? Can you possibly, if you have a very light look, just to keep it really cute after applying concealer, can I then proceed to apply the banana setting powder? Banana? Is it banana powder or banana setting powder? We'll just call it banana powder for now. Whatever you want to call it at this point. So can I quickly just do that as another way of just setting without the layer of foundation? Is that fine?
You can do that. You can do that. You can just take a light layer, a light layer of it, and just set your face with it.
Okay. Just close my eyes.
Let's look up for me. Okay. And another trick as well, with your concealer, you want to go back with your brush as well before setting your makeup, your concealer, because once you look down, your eyes create creases. So you want to go back with the brush that you're using just to blend the creases before applying the powder. And it's always better to look up. Just a light layer. Look at you, girl.
Gotta always look up to God. Can't look down. That's what I like to say.
Okay, let's blend it again, and then you're gonna look up for me. Any question, guys?
There's a lady in front who has a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question regarding your brushes. How often should you change them, and how do you clean them?
So with brushes, I always recommend to clean them at least once a week. And the product that I normally clean my brushes with is something that I would use to clean my hair with, because it's going to be gentle for the brushes. I know some people use alcohol on the brushes, but alcohol is going to break the bristles of your brushes. So use what you would use for your hair. Yes.
Yes, so shampoo.
Shampoo, you can use you can use shampoo.
I'm just making sure at this point because you did mention sunlight. I actually use sunlight, the green bar, right? But it's also very versatile.
Yeah, very versatile.
Literally, yeah.
So you can use shampoo, and we have a wide range of shampoos at least. So I'm just gonna set the forehead as well. So I'm not gonna set it like all over the face because I still want her to have a little bit of a glow. A little bit in the chin. There we go. And then I'm done setting my makeup. And then I'm gonna go on to eyeshadow. So with eyeshadow as well, I'm just gonna go back with my concealer.
Do you mind explaining for some people who don't really have an understanding why? Okay, question. Okay, she can have the floor.
Is it on? Okay. Okay, I'm just one person that really does not have time, like to apply makeup. I'd love to apply makeup and look really beautiful like you there on the picture. So isn't there like an all-in-one type of product that I can just apply on my face without having to, your concealer, there's this and that. I don't know any of that. I honestly don't have the time. I just apply my lipstick and my mascara and that's it. I just want like a all-in-one product. Is there any?
So basically what I normally do with my makeup when I'm brushing, I would like for example, I'll use my foundation, and when I'm applying my foundation, I'll use my hands because I'm brushing. I'll use my hands, a little bit of powder, and just a darker powder just to give my face a little bit of structure, and I'll dip into like my eyeshadow palette. My eyeshadow palette to maybe like take a sort of orange eyeshadow and use it as a blush, and the little shimmers, I'll use them as highlighters, and like for example, like this sort of powder, like the darker powder here, I would use it for brows and eyes as well. So with the eyeshadow palettes, you can do a lot with them. You can even contour your face with the eyeshadow palettes as well. You must at least use at least 5 products. You need at least 5 products to get a full face.
So I also have a question while you're still busy. For other people that might not know, why is it important to apply concealer on top of, before you apply your eyeshadow, just for context purposes?
So basically with the concealer, it has 2 purposes. So it basically, let me show you guys, just take a look this way, sorry. So it basically covers the dark, it neutralizes the dark area in the eyes. And it also gives the eyeshadow something to grip on. Because the concealer, it's a little bit tacky, it has a little bit of moisture, so you need something that the eyeshadow can hold on to. So because if you're applying eyeshadow directly onto your eyes, it's not gonna blend as nicely because it has nothing to grip on, and it's not gonna last the whole day as well. Another question there?
Are there any other questions? Oh, okay. Can the lady in front please get the mic? She has a question here. Yeah.
I'm going to ask a very dumb question.
There's no such thing as a dumb question.
So how do I decide on eyeshadow color? Is it based on, I'm in green today, so I'm going to go green, or how do I decide?
You know, what I normally suggest to, like most of my clients as a makeup artist, I always suggest to, especially if you don't know much about sort of makeup, just play it safe. Go with the neutral colors. Any neutral color will go with every outfit that you have. If you're sticking with your browns, and you won't have, another thing, you will also won't have to use a variety of colors, because you won't be able to blend like a purple, let's say a purple and a green. So stick to the neutrals. The neutrals, you can mix and match.
So are we going neutral right now?
Yes, we're doing a neutral eye for the day. So I'm still using my concealer brush because I don't have time. So I'm going to take a little bit of the shimmer just to give a little bit of dimension to the eye area. So another thing, when you're doing eyeshadow, you must add like textures to your eyes, especially if you're doing. Okay.
So if you are doing makeup, should it blend with your neck? Because should it blend?
Definitely, definitely.
So what are the tips then that you can give from there?
My only tip would be contouring. So, for example, if your neck is darker than your face, choose a contouring color that's going to match your neck. That way you can apply the darker color along your jawline, below your jawbone, and around your hairline as well. So with the eyeshadow, I'm going to use this color over here. It's a very shimmery color. I'm going to apply that all over the lid. Like, I think I'm just going to use this color alone. Can you see how pretty that is?
Well, thank you, ma'am. Do we have any other questions? Please do raise your hands, no problem.
So do you think you guys can achieve this? My
Like,
Lord.
it's literally one color. I'm applying this all over the lid. Can you see how pretty that is? And also the pigmentation of this Smudge eyeshadow palette.
Which one
Stunning,
is it?
guys.
Oh.
It's beautiful. What's the name?
Is their name, yeah.
It's
Mellow.
called Mellow.
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 Yeah, it's called Mellow.
Are you writing Christmas looks? This Christmas, you can't look like last Christmas. Mellow Pelly, Timtas.
And then, guys, I'm going to go on to the brows. So I didn't do much on the eyes because it is a day look. You don't have to do a lot. So I'm going to go on to the brows. I'm going to use a brow powder by Smudge Cosmetics as well. I always feel like brow powders are easier to blend than pencils. Easier to blend, easier to apply as well. So I'm just going to structure the brow. I'm not doing like a bra on fleek because we don't have much time. So I'm basically applying the product where I feel is needed most, where the gaps are.
Question.
Yes, Loyiso. Good afternoon.
Hello.
My question is, if you were busy with a dark lady like myself,
Yes.
were you gonna use the very same colors that you're using today, or you were gonna use different then?
I think the same. Definitely the same. Especially with this shimmer. This shimmer would work very well with your skin color as well. Because it's quite, it has like a very, what is the name? Is it antiqued?
You're English.
Versatile. I think versatile.
No,
Yeah.
the shimmer.
Okay.
There's a very antique shimmer to it. So it would work very well with your skin tone as well. So it's not like a very light shimmer that you'd use as a highlighter. Like I would stay away from that, especially like all over the lid. So this is like a very light wash of eyeshadow.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more questions.
Last
We
question.
have another question. Yes.
With your brushes, do you, like, how often do you need to change them, or you just wash them? Is there a time frame, or you just wash
I think you answered.
and
What's the
dry?
name?
There, right at the back.
Okay. So with the brushes, I normally dispose them when the bristles start falling. You know, when the bristles start, like when you're applying your foundation, then you have a little brush hair. That means it's time to get rid of them.
All right. What do we have next up?
And
Last
then next,
question.
we have blush.
All right. We've got some questions here.
Hi, Loyiso. I just wanted to know,
Hello.
is there any trick to eyelash installation?
Eyelash application.
Yeah, application.
Application. So with eyelash application, I always suggest people to not look directly at the mirror, rather use a hand mirror and look down like that. because that way you can see where your actual lash starts. And you can be very close to your lash line as well. So you don't have that sort of gap in between your lashes when you do apply your false lashes on.
Girl, you are looking like noon tonight. Yes, Bona.
I'm looking like money, honey.
Honey, yeah.
Thank you. I'm looking like money.
So now I'm basically applying a little bit of blush on the apples of the cheek. I'm not going to apply too much because it is a day look. Hello?
This is our last question. Our time is up. Unfortunately, we've got other 2 masterclass sessions that we have to get in. This is our last question.
All right. As a makeup artist, you get clients that have, acne scars or like hyperpigmentation, and then there's like color correctors. How do you go about applying those, especially the orange one?
So the orange one, I always prefer to apply it, especially if it's like a sort of concealer, a fluid consistency. I'll apply it and leave it on for a little bit and go on to, let's say, doing my brows and let that dry on and then apply my foundation. And then afterwards, obviously, you're going to conceal those areas. Then it's not going to show underneath it's not going to show through your foundation. So now...
Just to end off our look, we are applying a
gloss.
A gloss. I love a good gloss. I love a good gloss, yeah.
It's always a safe option. So I'm going to apply a little bit of gloss because it is a day look.
And Loyiso, you self-taught, right?
Yes, I'm a self-taught makeup artist.
Information self-taught.
And then applied a little bit of gloss. It is a day look. And then with the evening, you're only going to change up your eyes. You don't have to do much, just the eyes. So basically, I'm going to take my darkest shade of brown, which is this one over here. And just to give the eyes a little bit of smokiness, because we are going out to grab a drink with our friends.
A bit later in the stand right there. You know what? You guys saw this section there. I'll also meet you there just now after these 2 sessions, my dear. So this is the night's look and this is the final one, right?
This is the final look.
All right. Are you guys impressed? Yeah. Did you write down? This Christmas you can't look like, I'm going to watch your Instagrams. Don't be throwbacking things when you can be pushing forward with Smudge. All right.
So with the darker color, I'm basically applying it right here on the crease, just to give it to give the eyes a little bit of a smokiness for the evening. And you see how that changes up the look?
It does. We are running out of time.
Then we're gonna do then we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye.
Okay.
And then to complete your look.
Wait, just to complete your look.
And
just
then
quickly.
to complete your look, to change it into like an evening look, you can add like a lipstick. Maybe your red lipstick, any lipstick that you want, and you're all good to go.
Thank you so much, Loyiso. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much, Lassie.